Guys, welcome back to the channel. Your boy just got his back fixed at Love It Chiropractic. So been having some lower back pain and been seeing a chiropractor lately, and it's definitely helping out. But anyways, that is besides the point. Let's get into today's video. I'm headed over to Home Depot. I'm gonna pick up a few things and then I will get into what is going on with the Mustang. When you don't have a trailer, I guess. Really interested to see how they get that up there. That's impressive. All right guys, so just got back from Home Depot, but before we get into today's video, I have to give a huge shout out to Shine Armour for sending me this waterless wash, shine, and protect. I've actually been using it on the wheels. This stuff is good for paint. It actually adds a little bit of a coating to it to protect it, makes it a little bit easier to wash, such as like a ceramic coating, but this is just a spray-on version. It's obviously not as good, but this stuff cleans it really well. I've been using it on the wheels and on the paint when I'm washing the car. So, kind of show you guys a quick little rundown. I'll spray some of these back wheels are super dirty. If you guys haven't had bare brakes before, that stuff has a lot of brake dust. So we'll just simply spray some on there. The only reason why I'm spraying it on the wheel, not on the rag, is because these things are super dirty. Typically I would just spray the rag first, but ooh, that smells very grapey. It's got a good smell to it. But I'm spraying it on the wheel first because, well, these wheels are super dirty. But let's see how clean we can get these wheels by just spraying them and wiping them down. And you can feel how slick it's actually making the wheel. Oh man, these freaking wheels are dirty. These wheels are about to be super clean and smell super grapey. I mean, this is like a really strong grape flavor. Like, I feel like I'm cleaning my car with Welch's grape soda right now. So, and that's just wiping it down once. It feels super slick already too. So, huge shout out to Shine Armour. You can check them out, shinearmour.com. This is a spray-on quick coat. It's a waterless wash, shine, and protect, and it works really awesome actually, and it smells damn good. Let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so I just got back from Home Depot. I picked up a few things. You already know by the title what I'm doing, but I've been looking at some rear seat deletes and I figured why not try making one myself, because I feel like it's pretty inexpensive, and if I mess it up, it's pretty inexpensive also to buy one. So, and it makes for a good video if you guys want to make your own. So I picked up some tempered hardboard. The reason why I went with this and not like an MDF is this stuff is super light. It is super flimsy, but it's just gonna be in the back seat and no one's ever gonna sit on it. So I figured I'm gonna go with the lightest type of wood possible, but you could use something like an MDF or even a plywood, but that stuff's gonna be pretty heavy. But if you wanna do that, then you could actually store stuff on the back seat, but nothing's gonna be going on the back seat, so we got this tempered headboard. I think this is like, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks. Super cheap for a big sheet. I might need two if I mess up the cut, but we can go get another one. I picked up some adhesive spray, some high strength 3M adhesive spray, so that we can tack some carpet down onto that so it looks good. I got a new utility knife because mine is pretty dull, and some Velcro. I'm actually gonna attach this by Velcro to the back. I might end up putting some bolts inside, but I'm gonna try just using Velcro. That way it's easily removable. If not, we'll just put some bolts and nuts through it and we'll use it that way. But the one thing I am missing is some carpet. Home Depot didn't have any black carpet, so once I get this cut out and kind of figured out where I want it, then I'm gonna go see if we can find some black carpet. So first thing I've got to do is actually remove one of the Kirkies, and my car's locked. Why did you lock me out? Why did you lock me out? Let me go get the key. So the only bad thing about seats that don't move forward and back is you got to take them out when you want to work on stuff in the back. So if you need to access some stuff back there, well, good luck. You got to take the seat out. So no big deal. We'll take this passenger seat out. Should give us enough room to figure out a template, and then we can cut the board to the size. And in about 30 seconds the seat comes out. So the only good thing, here's the thing about this car, is I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing, but when you unplug this, the seatbelt chime goes away. I'm not using the OEM seatbelt chime. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this plugs into the bottom of the seat, and then the seat's got a sensor that goes to the buckle, and when that's illuminated on the dash, it makes the stupid annoying beep, 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 beep. You know, put your seatbelt on, safety first. So, in the Hellcat, when this harness was unplugged, the car could tell that, and the seatbelt chime and the airbag light would be on the whole entire time. With this car, when I unplugged this, it actually completely turned off the seatbelt chime. The airbag light is still illuminated, and so is the seatbelt sign, but it actually doesn't make the noise, which is pretty crazy that they missed that on the engineering side of things. So, yeah, back to what we were doing. Alright, so if you haven't removed your back seat already, go ahead and do that now. And then after you get the back seat out, you want to take all the brackets that go with it. So these two brackets up top here, we want to go ahead and remove those. That way the board has something flat to sit on. And I pulled out a couple extra panels. I'm going to pull out this side panel also. That way I can just butt the wood up almost underneath the plastic and get it pretty much as snug as I can. Now that I've removed the brackets, I'm going to go ahead and put all the plastics back in that we're going to keep. And now we're gonna see if we can get a template so we can start cutting some wood here. Oh, that Texas heat. So I'm actually gonna start making my template. I'm using the bottom portion of the back seat, and I'm just gonna trace the outermost part of that, and that should give us a pretty good template. The other thing you could do is just put some cardboard down there and kind of cut it and trim it to fit in pieces, and then bring that out and kind of use that as your template. But I'm gonna use the actual bottom part of the seat. Okay, since I don't have a table saw or any saws actually, I had to cut this with the utility knife, but it actually wasn't that bad once you kind of make some lines in it. The best way to do it is to kind of trace it around again, and then kind of come at an angle with the knife. But we've got our bottom piece cut. It's not perfect, but that'll do. Let's toss it in there and see what it looks like. So that's what I got so far. I need to take some off of this side because it's not sitting flush right now, but I like the size of it. I think it's actually pretty good. So we just need to take some off of this side, and then that way it'll actually sit down and I can push it all the way back, make sure it's snug. And then what we'll have to do is kind of cut out little pieces so that the seatbelts can pull through from the back. But honestly, for the first try, that's not too bad. So I'm gonna trim this up and then see how it fits, and then I'll cut some little holes for the seatbelts to come through. So I got the little improvisions cut out for the seatbelts to come through. It's pretty snug in there. So now what I'm gonna go do is see if I can find some carpet, because I'm at the point where I can put some Velcro underneath this and attach it. And that's how we're gonna attach this to the car. Just gonna put strips of Velcro underneath anywhere that's exposed. Try and hold it nice and snug down, and then we're gonna do some spray glue, which I got over there, and throw some carpet on there. So I'm actually gonna go get some food and see if I can find some carpet, and then we'll knock out the top piece so we can get this done. I picked up this carpet from O'Reilly's. Not sure if this will be enough to do both pieces, but we'll see here. So pretty much we're gonna just spray this 3M glue spray pretty generously all over the board, and then we'll let that sit, and then we'll kind of trim it around. I don't think I'm gonna go too crazy and make it fold over, but you can actually fold it over and just cut the relief cuts out. But honestly, no one's gonna see this, so I'll probably just cut it just right to the edge. I won't actually wrap it. I got the carpet on that side, and then I put some Velcro pieces down, so now I'm gonna stick the seat delete on the Velcro pieces. They're already ready to go. They're double-sided tape on the back side. And then we're gonna firmly press it down, and we'll see how it looks. Here is the bottom piece. You can see how the seatbelts are coming through to the driver's side seat, and then the same thing, they're already coming through here. I wanted to put those through so you could actually see how that works. But honestly, what I would have done if I had to redo it again is wrap the fabric at least over the front. That way you don't see the exposed wood. You don't need to do it around all the corners, because the sides and the back you're actually not gonna see. But the front, you may look back and see. But honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. But you could roll the fabric over and glue it on the other side, which I'll probably have to do that on the top. That way you don't see some wood protruding on the top. But everything else fits pretty good. It's pretty snug right here in the middle. That's my biggest double-sided tape with Velcro on it. That's the biggest piece I have right there. The fronts, they're kind of too tall because the way the metal goes right here, it kind of dips down. So you almost need like a piece of foam under here. Trying to think if I have anything to show you, but you'd need like a little 2-inch or 1-inch piece of foam to sit under that, kind of like a riser to keep it up. That way it's got something to press on, because I put some Velcro down there, but you can hear you just can't touch it because it's too high right here. So you need like a little spacer and then some Velcro, and that way it's sitting nice and flush and firm. But I mean, it ain't going anywhere anyways. So when I get back from work, we'll start cutting the top piece and we'll put it all together. So here's the first iteration of the top part. Obviously I have to take a lot off the top, but I wasn't sure exactly the height of it since this bottom piece sits a little bit lower than the seat. So I kind of left the top long, and we'll trim that, and I've got to take a little bit off the corner there. So I'm gonna take this corner off first, make sure that all lines up, and then we'll take some off the top. Alright guys, so there is the final cut for the top piece. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I wish I could have got the corners a little more snug, but it was really hard to cut this stuff with a razor blade. So like I said, if you have like a table saw or some type of saw, it would probably cut it a lot faster, but it's hard to make clean cuts when you're cutting a razor blade on this stuff. But it came out pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece out. I like how it fits. We're gonna spray some glue on it and put some more carpet on it, and then we'll clean this all up and see how it all looks completed. I ain't even gonna lie, this top piece looks legit. I should have wrapped the fabric on the bottom piece, but I can always pull that one out and rewrap it. Like, that's the good thing about this stuff just being held in by Velcro and it being super lightweight. It's really easy to take out and redo, but yeah, like I said, I wrapped it. So you can see, there it is. But it just makes the corners and the edges look so much better. So I highly recommend wrapping the fabric over. You can even cut all the relief cuts out, but honestly, I just did it the lazy way and folded it, and you can't tell, so looks pretty good. So I'm gonna set up a couple Velcro pieces in there to hold this up there, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so there it is, all cleaned up. Like I said, it doesn't look half bad. The only thing I'm interested to see is I couldn't get any Velcro along the bottom, so I'm interested to see how this holds up when driving around. I have seen people put like a hinge on each side to kind of hold it to the bottom piece. So we'll kind of see how that holds up, and if I have to, I can add like a little hinge or something to hold this top piece to the bottom piece. But other than that, it looks super good. I'm gonna get this car key back in and we'll get this car back together. All right guys, we got the car back together. Even vacuumed it out, gotta save that extra weight, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it looks like with the seatbelt harnesses coming through. So I've got it. Let me see if I can zoom in on. They're tucked pretty good back there. So it's got little slits for them to come out. And I think it looks super clean. That's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that install. It only cost about 30 bucks, less if you already have some of the supplies. But I would highly recommend using like a table saw or some type of saw, because a utility knife is not fun to cut that stuff with. But other than that, it's pretty simple. You just kind of cut, get your template, use cardboard, even use the existing back seat for an outline, trim it to where you want it, cut it, put the carpet on it. A really inexpensive rear seat delete. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. As always, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at Baby39. I'll see you guys on the next one.